Alright, so this video is a supplemental video to the build video of this Bendy McBenderson cart in front of us here, which is a tubing bender roller combo cart. So today I'm just going to give you the measurements for all the tubes on this thing, so that if you want to know exactly how this thing goes together so you can do the exact same thing yourself, this gives you a good idea, or at least gives you a good base from which to modify your own designs. Alright, so we're going to start at the bottom here with all the bottom tubes that make up the base of this cart. So first off, we've got two of these guys with these 45-degree cut on the end where we have the wheels attached right there. So these guys are 25 inches long. Everything on this thing is 2x2 square tubing. So then in between here, you can see we've got three of these guys, these tubes that span in between these tubes to form the base. There are these two here that make up the base for the rest of the tubing bender. And then there's one over there to square everything together and also to give a base for the tubing roller. And these guys are 22 inches long. And then the spacing between these two here, that's 5 inches between those two. And then between these guys here, we've got 9.5 inches. And moving things around here between these guys, this and this one here, that's 11 inches. All right, and then our upright right here, this guy's 25.5 inches. And this guy here, measuring from the outside, this is 28.75 inches, this guy. And then these are, of course, duplicated over here. And moving over to the roller part, we've got these uprights here, we got that one and the one over there, both the same. And these guys are 25.5 inches. And then our tube here that spans between these guys, this goes all the way over the top of this one. That's how I did it here, pretty simply. That one measures 26 inches. And then on my design, I've got in between here another piece that goes over to the top of this one and ties it into this tube over there. That one's about 11.75 inches. And this plate up here, you can do this any size you want for whatever works for you. I just happened to use what I had in the scrap bin for this, and it fit this guy perfectly. And this one turned out to measure 13 inches this way by 10 inches that way. Then in terms of my spacing here on these, I've got some 1/2-inch rod that I welded onto here that these guys are now sitting on. This is going to depend upon what size dies you're actually using. So, but just for reference, the way I did mine, these guys are spaced out. I've got this one here at the top. It's about 4 inches down. That's where that guy is. And then the other one is about 9 inches down to this one. And these are for the tubing roller. This is the Harbor Freight tubing roller. So if you like that, that's exactly how I got this set up on this one. And these guys, the dies here, I've got this guy at about 17 inches down from the top. And then over here, this first rod here is about 6 inches down. The second one is 13 inches down for this one. So again, this is gonna vary depending upon what size dies you're using. And then again, on my wheels, I'm just using 3/8 inch wheels that I got from the local hardware store. Those are super common, super available, and they work pretty good. They handle a decent amount of weight as well. So that's it for the tubing bender roller combo. Everything so far, I've used it a couple times. You've seen it in the videos if you've been watching to bend up pieces for the current chopper build, which is this guy right here. And so far I'm quite happy with the tubing bender aspect of it. I think that's pretty brilliant. I love the space saving features of having a vertical setup like that. And the tubing roller I'm really disappointed in. I definitely have some modifications I need to do to the tubing roller to make that thing just easier to use. Amongst those modifications I want to do are the electrical attachment. For this guy here, you can do an electrical attachment so that this thing, instead of having this manual, just have an electrical setup here and that will rotate that for you. Other things I want to do is a modification up here where you add in a bottle jack to put push this down and apply pressure to the tube. There's also some wings you can attach out onto here, and I'd like to add those on as well. Basically redo this whole thing. It's possible it might be easier to buy a whole separate one, a better one. I don't know, but those are some modifications I can do to this thing in the future, and I very well would like to. Because I found that if you're bending heavier gauge tube, like I'm bending stuff that's 1/8 inch, 0.120 gauge wall, that's what I did for this frame on the chopper, and this tubing roller could not handle that. So lighter gauge tubing, I'm sure this is fantastic for that. And this would work no problem, but for the heavier gauge stuff, really a pain. So that's where we're currently at on this cart here. So far, I think this is a great investment of my time and money to put this thing together. It definitely is a space-saving design, and that's what we need here. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next time.